Hi. So today we are going to make a heart shape on the bale. And excuse my hair. I went rock hunting today. It was very cold, but I found some goodies. So for this, we're going to use a small rock. And we're not going to use as much wire. I did not measure this, but it's probably about 8 to 9 inches long. That's my guess for the smaller rock. And I'm going to use my plastic coated pliers to straighten the wire. You can get painter's tape and put it on a regular pair of pliers, and that'll make it not mark the wire. Okay, those 3 wires were 20 gauge, and now you want a 22 gauge wire. Not this long though, probably about this long. And you need one this long too. So make 2 of them. And then gather your wires together. Pick up the smaller 22 gauge. Pinch between your fingers, all of it, and then start wrapping around to bind those wires together. This is what we're doing, we're binding. Okay, and then you go to the other end, pull the wire tight if it's loose, and then wrap a few from that direction. And then when you cut your wires, you want them to be on the same side so that the cuts don't show, because you can hide those. So cut on the same side, the extra wire, cut it off, and then take your pliers and clamp down the ends, crimp them or whatever you want to call it, squish them together, and then you have something like this. And then you're going to take those ends that you cut off, face them towards the inside, and you're going to make an outline around your stone with the wire. Do this down on the table, it's a lot easier. Okay, so I'm bringing my wires around to the top, squeezing, and there I have the cradle. And then I'm going to take my other wire, pinch it between my fingers, line up the wires, and wrap around a few times. And there. And then we're going to open up the back of the cradle so that we can put the stone in and it will stay without falling through. Okay, and then you put your stone in. Make sure you're putting it the same way you had it in when you were forming the cradle. Okay, we've got the stone in there, and then we're going to bring a wire forward and bring a wire forward, and my nail just decided to crack. So I'm not going to be able to use that nail. Bring a wire forward. Okay. Okay, and that is not going to stay in there. And see how my stuff that I did before went up? You have to push it back down. Push it down really hard, And then once you get the stone in there, continue to wrap around but leave about this much wire. Push it down again and then finish wrapping the top part. I'm going to cut this extra wire off. I don't want that long of a bale. And you cut it off in the back. Okay, like that. And then you select wires that naturally fall to the outside and take them to the outside. And then take the two wires in the middle. Sometimes that's hard to see. And take your thumb and bend it around your thumb to make the part, and then squish it up where the cord goes through. There, okay. All right, and then continue to wrap around it to incorporate that. And I don't like how that is going, so I'm going to tweak it with the pliers a bit. And then put it there, and then go around. You just have to play with it a little, you know. Wire is a little forgiving. You can start over on some things. And then the extra I'm going to tuck underneath in the back. Under. I can't see. I need glasses on, really. I really do. Can't see what I'm doing. So I've got that tucked under. And then I'm going to take these wires that are left over and wrap them around too to give the stone more stability, to keep it in there. And we're going to cut the wire in the back and tuck it. Cut it and tuck it. Okay, like that. And then we're going to wrap the other wire around. And it doesn't matter which way you start, just whatever looks right. What direction you want to go. Okay, that's good. And then we'll tuck it under here. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we want to see if that stone is going to stay in there. And you want to adjust the sides a little sometimes. I think it's in there pretty tight. And now you have what's left over on the top is the bale. And if you want things to be even, you're going to take the wires and make them all the same length, in case they aren't. Or you can even do some taller and some shorter. Just depends on what you want your swirls to look like. I'm going to do a little shorter here. There. Okay. And then I'm going to decide if I want swirls, springs, or wheels. That's what I call them. Maybe I'll do a little of each here. How about a couple of springs in the front, and then I don't have my spring making tool, do I? I don't think I do. I don't. Can't do springs then, huh? Alrighty, well, we'll do wheels. Actually, no, we'll do a heart. How was I going to do that? I was going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I had to look at my example. We're going to do this into a heart. And we're going to take our thumb again And use that for the arch of the heart. Okay. And you're going to have it go across right about there. But you're going to wrap the wires individually around the neck. Well, actually, no. You can do them together. That'll work, yeah. You can either do it individually or together. And then remember to tuck them in back. And if you have to clip them to get them to fit tucked under, that's fine. Tuck them in. Tuck them in. Okay. And then we'll do the other thumb. And we'll go around. And adjust your heart so it lines up right. And then we're going to go to the back. Like that. And we'll tuck that one. Oops, that doesn't want to do it. There we go. Go in like that, maybe. And then this one. Just take that off there. Okay. And there you have a heart. Next, we will make the cord.